Kireeti Soft Technologies, which is formerly SS Software and Services Limited. We are basically into development of client-server applications and the web-based ERP applications. We have actually various vertical applications designed for various industries like retail industry, manufacturing industry, and we also have various other ERP applications focused for NBFCs as well as for inventory management and payroll and document management and various other products. We have actually a lot of expertise in designing and developing the ERP applications. We have more than 5,000 customers for different products. And when it comes to this particular industry, today we are basically focusing on NBFC, a Chitfund industry. We are launching a new product for this Chitfund industry. We have actually in fact a client server application developed for this particular industry, and now we are launching a ERP application for this particular domain. Within Chitfund industry itself, across India, we have actually around more than 1,000 plus Chitfund companies already using our product at present. I would be briefly actually discussing about one of the study that's been conducted by IFMR, which has been funded by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This has been done in the recent past. Actually, in fact, in the last 6 months, this study has been given. It's an interesting study. I think most of the press friends would have already gone through this particular clippings as well as actually on the study. However, I'll just brief quickly on this. As per this study, it was found to be actually in fact 70% of the participants in the chit funds, whomever is actually in fact taking part in the chit funds, are basically from low and middle income group, which is actually in fact which means it is actually in fact giving a real good support for the industry, rather for the people of low as well as middle income group. That's quite an interesting study to make out. And at the same time, actually, in fact, these are basically these people whoever is investing in chit funds are basically meant for two purposes. That's been as per the study. One is meant for saving purpose, and the other one is basically to raise the working capital. So these are the two set of people, those who are actually in fact investing into this particular chit fund industry. This is actually in fact one of the study report that's been actually in fact given by actually in fact Bill and Melinda Foundation funded by the association. This is an interesting study. Actually, in fact, more than 10,000 crore worth of actually in fact business is happening through this chit fund industry, which is definitely an interesting actually in fact study to be made out. In fact, almost all publications have published this report. It's quite an interesting analysis report that's been actually given. Despite of all these, there are actually in fact a lot of other bottlenecks that were observed in the chit fund industry. I'm sure actually in fact most of you might have actually in fact gone through the news about some of the chit fund companies actually in fact going off from the business and creating problems for the other people and all this. So these are all actually various bottlenecks in the industry. In fact the main reason that's been observed for these particular problems is basically in fact lack of transparency to the chit members. Because in fact chit fund companies, whomever is actually in fact providing, if they could provide actually real transparency to the chit members, it makes a lot of difference, and it gives actually in fact more control for the members as well as it enhances the business. That's one problem that's been observed. And another problem is actually in fact non-usage of the technology. In fact, technically in fact we have a lot of great things that are available these days, but unfortunately actually in fact technology is not being fully utilized in chit fund industry. And of course, another problem is basically the diversion of funds, which is actually in fact related to the management, and unable to attract more people because of actually in fact these transparency related problems. And another issue that we are trying to bring out today is basically in fact non-standardization or the rating provisions. There is no actually in fact association or a industry or any body which is going to provide any rating provision for the chit fund industry. We are actually trying to come out with a solution for that particular problem as well. So these are all actually in fact various bottlenecks for this particular industry to groom up further. Though it's doing more than 10,000 crore now, but it has got a lot more actually potential. If you look at the actual bank interest rates, or if you look at actual other investment returns, comparatively actually in fact a chit fund would give a better returns. Definitely it gives the returns more than 12%, even up to 18% in certain instances. Which means this is an industry which has lot of scope and which would definitely help actually in fact even the higher income group, provided actually in fact we could able to overcome these bottlenecks. That's